Hi guys, good evening. I'm just posting my link across. So give me 1 second. I'll be ready in yep. I am ready. You cool. Let me open the chat. Hi Vasudha. Hi Kejriwal. Hi Nagarjun. Good evening. Hi Satya. Hi Jess. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty well. Kind of messed up this morning. It was going really, really good, but then I messed up a couple of trades because then that Fed news came. I expected Jerome Powell to remain hawkish, but I expected market to hold the area 44.30, 44.25. It broke it, and then I messed up my trades. But in any case, there's tomorrow. We can always figure out what's wrong or what's right. Hi Nagesh, hi Uttam. So by the time people come in, let's do our daily scans. Let's see the open high thing. Did it work? It worked for two stocks, which one is LMT and CCL. LMT opened at 431, low was 431, made 447.93. CCL open high same, it was sold, made 1859. So usually if you find anything where open and low is same, go for long. That's a very simple, very basic strategy without any of technical aspects. Whenever you see the open price and the low price same, you can create a very simple scan for this. And once you do that, whenever you find open, let me just use annotation. When you find open and low equals to same, you need to go long, meaning you can buy calls, stocks, or short puts. When open equals to high, like in case of CCL, you just need to do the opposite. Short, you can buy puts, you can sell calls, you can sell stocks. It's totally your choice. But this is a very, very simple approach. If nobody knows anything about the technical trading, use this. How you can create this? Go to the scan, add a custom study, and put these two equations. Open price equal to the low, save. Then second one, add open price equals to high, save. These are the conditions where you can add more. make sure you are choosing any of them. So it's a practical all or situation. Yes, just CCL earnings are there. So I have not invested anything on CCL. Luckily today, Nike worked out for me. So hopefully it will cover my losses for today. Uh, MTN, when do you run scan? I usually run around 9:45 to 10ish, so that initial spikes are addressed by the market, and anything which is left out is really good. But I do check at around 9:35, 9:40 to see if anything is making sense or not. Let's do the inside days. Today we'll have many inside days. We have Square, PayPal, nothing in my list. I do want to include Roku now. UPS is still doing good. Baba, Costco, which I want to get rid of Oracle. Let me just see where is Oracle today. Let me get rid of Oracle and bring in Roku. And also I'm getting rid of NQ because I don't trade NQ too much. I'm just keeping ES and QQQ. That gives me clarity, because NQ I do not trade and it becomes too much information for me. So I'm just getting rid of it. And I have opportunity to add one more ticker. Square, PayPal. I'll go for Square. Let me add one more row here for Square. All right, so structure is all good now. So at that time, open versus low, high will become apparent. Yes, usually like by 9:45, you will have a clear idea. Excel is not shared. Okay, sorry about that. Now you can see Excel sheet. Sorry about that. No, you can see Excel now. Actually, I was just sharing the Thinkorswim module. I was not sharing the entire screen. Now share the entire screen. So hi special KQ. Hi. So MTN, the idea is by 9:45ish or 9 or 10ish, you will have much more direction in the market. So when you have that direction, it's easy to follow that direction, because initially you can have like 10 open high or open low same, but by the time 9:30, 9:45, some of them are already like broke those on the downside or on the upside. So just to be on the safer side, 9:45, it gives you a good idea. Hi Harish, hi Ram, hi Mr. Kulwant, hi Socrates, hi Shri. All right, so it's 10:30. So inside day, practically, it's a candle within a candle. Let me explain. So let me take PayPal as an example. Look at this. This is a massive candle from Friday. This is the today's candle. So price is consolidating between the lows and the highs. It has neither made a newer high nor a newer low. In that case, if it breaks above this high, it tends to move higher. If it breaks the low, it tends to move lower. It also considers volume into picture. The volume of Friday should be higher than the volume of today. So in any case, when you're looking at these two candles, you need to make sure the current candle is smaller than the previous candle. Today's volume is lesser than previous day's volume. And if it breaks on any side, you need to follow that side for maybe a day or two. That's inside day. You can do that for inside month, inside half an hour, inside week. It's your choice, which time, whatever time frame you can choose. Prince Baba Paji, ki halat ho raha? I'm all good, Baba Sahab, all good. All right, let's get started here. It's 10:33. So today, let me start with important things today first. Let me use this blank page. So today, what not Biden, what FOMC emphasized? People who were calling Thursday's comments as dovish, that Fed is not going to be very aggressive on balance sheet reduction or interest rate hikes. JP cleared that today. Very clearly, he said it could be 50 basis point hike in May. That was something I was apprehending, that there could be a possibility. Second thing is balance sheet reduction. The notes are coming in the next week. I'm thinking it could be between 100 billion to 120 billion. Market cannot tolerate this. They need numbers to support the market. Inflation is getting out of hands. As I said last night, even on the crude is on the upward journey towards 150. It was 103, 104. Right now it's trading at 112. It is going to have substantial impact on all the transportations, supply and demand. It will have issues like this is going to be a serious concern. It has replications across the board. So in order to mitigate this, he has to increase 50 basis points. He has made that evidently clear. So I do not expect he will deviate from it. CPI numbers coming next week, FOMC minutes coming next week will ensure that 50 basis point is coming. So between now and then, market can still move higher. Again, once we have clarity on the balance sheet reduction, this will not be easily accepted by fund managers, because nobody is going to have $100 billion investments every month. It's not a small amount. So in order to keep the market at the same price, this is going to be taken out from the market. So we need to have at least 100 billion investment into the market so that it nullifies. If it is higher only, then it's going to go on the upside. All right. So let's see what happens on the Fed minutes, how clear they have mentioned regarding the balance sheet reduction, because this is essence. Rates, he clarified that it's going to be 50 basis points. He's not backing it out. All right, so let's start with ES tonight. So ES, if you see here, I have already highlighted this. We started from right here, 41.29, all the way to 45.58. It's a perfect evening star. Perfect evening star. A big green candle, a dodgy, and a red. So it's a totally bearish candle. If it breaks below 44.20, it is a big confirmation that yes, we are going down. Where we can go down, we can go down to 43.82, 43.75 area. These are the areas where we can hit. So any bounce towards 44.58 should be sold off even now. If it breaks out about tomorrow, like 44.70, only then it's a buying opportunity. But above 44.70, the area is pretty small, 45.20. So the wiggle room is not enough. So yes, now I'm converting into short and I'm converting into neutral. Short is a perfect, I should not write perfect, it takes my word. Evening star on daily. And again, people who do not know evening star, when you are running in a trend from bottom to top, we had about 6 to 7% index rally. And on the top, we had a dodgy, and now we are falling off with a red candle. Once we break below 44.15, it's going to be a massive downside. So evening star is here. If you are sell near 44.50, 44.45, stop loss is 44.60. Now, one more target which is there, 44.15. If it breaks, it has possibility. I'm still giving it 40% because I want 44.15 to break, and I expect 43.82 to hold as of now. If we break 43.82, it's gonna be like this is 23.6, so it will come down significantly, and bulls will lose everything which they pushed to here. So I'm a little hopeful that yes, 43.80 or 44.20 will provide some level of support. On the upside, I'm still neutral. I want to buy above 44.58, 44.60. Stop loss is right here. I do not want to jump and go long at this stage. Targets is 45.20 and 45.81. Now, as I said in the session last night, by the tip, it dipped towards 4430 and give an opportunity to come back for 4473. I did not play that myself, but yes, it was there. Again, I'm going to decline by the dip for now because I want, if 4460 breaks, you will have some serious buying opportunity on the higher side. QQQ. QQQ is also, see, the quality is that all these are making perfect dodges. And again, all the way from 317 to 350, that's a 10% rally. So when you have a rally and you're making an evening star, so it's a very high possibility that 351.60 can be a very good potential evening star. So let me make them 60-40. So 351.65 is a stop loss, which is right there. Friday it tested that. Today it touched it and came back. Now, if you want to short it, we should short it below 350 area, not at 348, 350. We need to short it below 350, or you can go for puts below 350. Target is 344, which is this one, and 338.50. Again, that is 351 area. If it breaks 351, there's a very high potential it can go higher, but which I don't see as of now, 61. So I'm going to limit it to 361.5. So on the upside, if we break these two important levels, we will have at least 2.5% of upside. If the downside breaks, we have a very important support, and I assume that these important supports like 43.82 should be hold. Otherwise, we're going to come at 43.20 area. This could be really, really difficult area. If we lose 43.20, that's a fake upside, which happened in last couple of days. So fake upside could be really, really a trap for all the people who have just entered into the positions. Again, you need to understand that we should not trade on the news. We should just simply look at the price action and follow that. You could be right, you could be wrong, but if you see and trade, it will be much, much better as compared to if you simply watch somebody without looking at the charts. Baba, you can look at my videos. There's a couple of videos for the technical trading. You can watch them and you can learn. I do not use any specific indicators. I use 1234 EMAs and Fibonacci with the regression channel. Apple. Apple today had opportunity to lead. And as I said, it recaptured the 12 EMA and it's looking good. And in terms of Heikin Ishii, the trend is still on. So I will not say negative about Apple as of now, but I saw some articles after hours that they are struggling with some kind of, let me open it here, service outages. There were service outages regarding Apple, but that's about it. Whether it's going to be a very big impact, no. But if Apple comes down, or if Apple breaks, like we're expecting market to hold this 44.20, 44.30 area. If Apple gives you an opportunity around 164.50 or 163 area, I would love to add that. Let me just verify that on the 30-minute candle. So you see, today it was a Monday morning. It was away from the EMA. It came back, tested it, went up, couldn't hold, and this it made the evening star right there. Could not hold, came back with massive candle. So this is exactly what is happening in QQQ and ES. We are setting up for an evening star. A massive red candle, tests of 12 EMA, held it, didn't make a newer low. You just need to watch this price action that in this hour it did not make a newer low. The lower was going higher. So it means there's a possibility of upside. Then it was struggling at 164 area. One time, two time, three time. Then it took it as a base and boom, it went up. So now 164.50 is an area where I would love to buy this if it comes around 164.50. Target is 167. And this is how you can validate, like not going with anybody, what he's saying, simply follow, look at the prices. If they are not making newer lows, then yes, it can simply go higher. If they are not making newer highs, it means they can come and go down. Baba, I've covered all this. Maybe I can do that later in the discussion. Let me complete the analysis first and I'll answer you. So coming back to this. So 164.50 is an area where it should be added. Stop loss is 163.70, which is kind of, you see a line here, support as well as 34 EMA. So if you want to do 163, that's all right. Target is 167 and 170. So it's 60%. It not only regained, it held 34 EMA as well, held above. And these are important notes. AMD finally broke out above this 1234 tangle. It was trying its best to remain in the game, and finally at the end of the day it moved higher. So now 115 is your stop loss. I'm very much positive here. So 115 is the stop loss. You can buy near 115 to 117. Targets are 118.60, 124, 130. 115 is really important. If it loses 115, you should exit. Simply exit the trade. And do not buy if it is below 115 at open. Let it cross 115 and hold. If it holds only, then it makes sense. Let me just show you on 30 minutes. See, I can issue. This is 30-minute candle. So this morning it went up and tested, failed to elevate, came and tested the 34 EMA, tested 34 EMA, tested 34 EMA. But every time it is coming, it is going away from the 34 EMA. It means it's gaining some strength, and then it bounced seriously at the last few minutes. So tomorrow, if it holds 115 area and you are long, it should be okay. You can hold on to that position. 118 is something you should find. Then I have Amazon. Amazon today gave an excellent opportunity. The long-term trend for Amazon is trending positive now after a very long time. So it's positive. It exactly, the power of Fibonacci, it exactly came to 32.59, tested that and making a doji. Now, either it will come down with the market and test 30.40 because there's a reasonable difference between the EMAs and the candle. It's setting up for a potential evening star. Again, I don't know about the market, but I would only buy this above 32.60 now. So Amazon, 32.60 is my stop loss because I'm going short on Amazon. Potential evening star on daily. So I am neutral trend wise, sell near 32.30, 32.50. And because we went like this pretty strongly, target should be 31 right here, 31.70 and 31.20. AMD I'm still keeping 80%, but Amazon I'm reducing it to 60% because it is in a good momentum, but I think it's getting tired for now. BA had a negative news today. And again, it was consolidating, and for some reason, it broke down on this, and there's a good gap. But one important thing, look at the high, low here, 175. The high is 179.89. Here the low is 180.61. So it's almost filled the gap. There's a 60-cent gaps, which is okay, but it needs to hold on to 186. If it loses 186, then I think there's no game in Boeing. Boeing is, if you see 185, it made low of 180, made a high. So In case I have to trade Boeing, I want it to trade above 186. Again, I'm neutral here. I want to trade it above 186 because that's the capture of 12 EMA. Stop loss is 183. Long above 3260. I'm just making a note. And I'm giving a target of 190 and 193. Baba. Baba got a news that they have been approved for additional $10 million on their buyback. 106. If it opens up 106, go long. It is at 103. If it opens or it holds 106, like again today, even if the market was testing it, it came and tested the 12 EMA, and you see 12 EMA tested, 12 EMA tested, and tried to close above the trend line, which is showing a positive sense. If you look at it from a high condition side, it is still making higher. It'll make a higher high, but definitely a higher low. So anytime if it breaks above 106, that's a very good opportunity to go long. So buy above 106, 107. Stop loss, I will make 104. And this can be replicated on all the Chinese tickers. They have potential to go higher. Costco, cat was there. Cat. So cat almost did 227 today. And you can clearly see back. It has not given you any opportunity to exit the position. It's holding all the green candles. So now 225 above, if we go, we have a target of 233 and 241. Stop loss is now in the area of 220. So it's still in positive momentum. Stop loss is 220. Buy near 224, 225. Target is 230, 233. Again, I'm very positive it's a 70%. Costco kind of almost kind of came and made a double top, but if it loses 553, it can come around 540. I will be a buyer at 540 rather than going short on Costco. But I still believe if 553 can be held, there's a very high potential for Costco to go higher towards 576. I'm neutralizing it because it did not break higher. Stop loss is 553. Buy near 554, 556. Reducing it to 60%. Facebook did not held at all. I was expecting a drop, but it dropped too much. It's making inside day on the price, and it's hovering right in between this area between the 12 and 34, because 12 and 34 has a significant gap of about $18. So now if we go with the half or piercing candle principle, we should have a stop loss of this area 207.50. So Facebook has a stop loss of 207.50. If it loses 207, exit. Buy near 210. Target is 222 for now. Break of 2750. Turn bearish. Roku. Roku has been showing some momentum. Like it came here, failed, tested the trend line, long-term trend line, bounced from it, held on to the 12 EMA again and again for 2 days. If it still holds at 118, I would love to buy and I would love to see 134. It has done various attempts to cross 34. I think there's time now where it should bounce. If it fails here, it is going to dip down really, really bad. It has an inside day as well. So Roku firstly is inside day. Stop loss is 118, which is clearly there, holding 12 EMA. Target the 34 EMA. I will not buy above. Buy near 118, 120 area. 134.50. And you will be surprised. There could be any news on Roku where you can see it moving, maybe an upgrade or something. But it's coiling up so much because it has not seen the 34 breach since 411. Now it's tried here at around 226 to break it, but this is the first time there's no event here. It is trying to, it is trying to test the 34 EMA, and it bounced right from a big support. Every time it has tried to break support, it has only fallen down. It could not hold on to this, broke down, came, could not hold on to this, broke down, tried again, failed, could not hold on to this, broke down. But here it broke down and it's bouncing. This is the first time you're seeing the bounce. So I think it's a very good opportunity for Roku to jump. If it fails here, it will fail miserably. Then I have Google. Again, I will be using Google instead of Google. Google is also making a clear. Google is one of the weakest, relatively weakest tickers. It's again potential evening star. Either you can add it around 26.76. Google is like, I would say buy near 26.76, because that will clean up all the negativity from this chart. Or you can short it at the open for a target 26.76. I will mention that. And stop loss is 26.55. Target is 27.25. 27.75. Short, it's an evening star. Potential. Evening star. Can also short with 2750 stop loss. I'm just making it in red. Etsy failed. So if it made a lower low, lower high, which is not good. So if it breaks below 138, I think it will lose the momentum. So it made lower low, lower high, bearish. So now Either you can take this as a stop loss 138. I'm still neutral, so I'm taking 138 as a stop loss. Buy near 140. And target will be 145, 154. Again, 60%. MU failed today. Again, it came all the way test 7560 Fibonacci, and this 7986 area. It 7989 is the high. Again, it's making an evening start. So I will be removing MU. Do you have any stock which you want me to cover? I can include that instead of MU. Let me include SE. SE, I think is going to hold here, this gap. With Chinese stocks getting some momentum, I think 109 is a very good stop loss for SE. Buy somewhere around 100 and because it's a very big stock in terms of movement. 114 to 117. Target is 127, 137. Mitchell, AMD is already covered. AVGO, we'll talk about AVGO. Mitchell, Baba is already covered. You need to look at the screen. Baba and AMD. Ahmed will talk about AVGO. Let me make a note. Microsoft. Today, Microsoft saw some resistance. Again, it making an inside day. It tested that 295 area for a confirmation. So till the moment 295 area is held, I think it's a good stop loss. So if you're in Microsoft, again, I'm neutralizing it. It's not positive. Stop loss is 294. But I would like to buy this at around 298 area, buy near 297, 298. It made low. It's a bearish pattern, so I just want to see if 294 breaks, it's gonna go down. It's ADR SE. Shop will talk about shop. Then we have Nvidia. So Nvidia struggled at 270 area where it had like previously 270 was a gap which was there, and it kind of hold on to that multiple times. Now this should act as resistance, and it did. So tomorrow either the trend finally is getting positive for it. So tomorrow if you get an opportunity to add around 260, 265 on Nvidia, like today it gave opportunity around 260 and went on to make 271. I think that's a fair assessment for Nvidia to go in this same direction. I have a target of 281 on Nvidia. UPST, again UPST did the target of 134 here, and again I would love to add this at 120 if there is a market momentum. This will be good entry area. 120 is a stop loss. 124, 125. It did 134, and it kind of like it already did 134 target. So again, if you want to repeat it, you can repeat it, but bearish below 120. I'm just mentioning this. Netflix is like roughly an inside day. I would love to add this around 372, 372. Stop loss 364, and targets are still open. I'm bringing it to 70. It was looking really good in the morning. Netflix, I would love to continue and see if it holds 364. Square has seen some decent rally, and it has an inside day. The trend is up. I would love to add this around this area where we have seen some candle tops. So 128 is the stop loss. Square is really positive for now. 128 is the area, and we can go short on Square below 128. Target is 135 and 144. Again, because I'm trading it for after very big time, so it's there. Stop loss is right here, 125. Buy near 128. Stop loss is 124. Again, it's a price which is well below the market price. If it comes only, then I'm going to jump there. Tesla almost did 950 today. Like, if you realize all these targets are met, it's not that they are not there. It's just, so it opened at 900 and something, 14 went on to make 942. So 929 is again a really, really important area. 900 is the stop loss. Now 900 is the stop loss. In fact, 905 is the stop loss. If 905 loses, it's a bearish. 929 again, it tried and it failed. This is, you can count on your screens how many times it failed 929. So if 929 fail, it can test 872. Again, depends on the market. If market is negative, if it loses 905, sell it for 872. You can easily see 872. I'm taking a very small trade here. 910, 915. For Tesla, it's like $10 is pretty small area. And that's about it. So let me share the Zoom link. If you want to talk or discuss, come and join only if you want to discuss. If you do not want to discuss, then there is no point. AVGO. Oh, then let me. And if you have a question, you can raise your hand and I can answer. AVGO is struggling with this trend line. The long-term trend is positive, but it's kind of coming and testing 34 EMA. Till the moment 589, 590 area is there, it's okay. If it loses 589, it's going to come to 565. See, I will not check. See, if you have charts and you want to discuss your charts, you're most welcome. But I don't want to stop this exercise of just answering, because I'm not an answering machine. We are here for discussions. I'm sharing my views. You should also share your charts and views. But today I'm just answering shop. As I said yesterday, shop will come down crashing, and it did come down crashing. And it came to 650 area. I think if it holds 638, it should be okay. If it breaks below 638, it could be really, really bad. XLE is breaking out, has a very good potential because crude is going up, natural gas is going up, so very high potential for it to go higher. It is facing some resistance at around 76 to 78. So once we broke 76 to 78, it can go higher towards 80 and 89. Airbnb. Airbnb does not have a double inside day. It only has an inside day. But again, if you check on the volume, that's not there. It might come down to 154, 155 before jumping higher. 154 area is really, really good area. 155, 80 or 156 roughly is a very good area for you to accumulate Airbnb with a stop loss of 153.75. Because it has struggled a lot in this area, 168. So every time it comes around 168, it fails. So 150 area is a very good area for you to accumulate. Plus it has seen some massive moves again from 130 area. 130 it has seen to 160. So 20-25% move is already there. So I would wait. I would not rush into this. We have a firm. A firm is trying its best to test 34. But it kind of failed to do it today. Maybe it will find some support around 39, 40 area. 40 is like a round number. So maybe 40 area is something which you can find support on a firm. If it holds, 45 is the next target, but I don't think so. It's going to break 45 very easily. Disney is down again. It's failing. It's a downward move and it's breaking below 137. If it breaks 137.60, it can be negative. It can come down to 134 area. As Disney is not a very big mover, so 137.50 is the 12 EMA and it's a pivot point. So if you want to trade Disney, make sure you look into 137.50 area. Last is Coop. It had earnings and a big gap down to the gap is filled and it went up from there, which is a positive thing once the gap is filled and you're considering the momentum. Because I do not track this, so I will keep 96 as my stop loss. If 96 doesn't hold, I will exit this position. 96 is really important for Coop. If 96 is hold, you can see 112. Thank you, Mr. Vedi. All right, anybody on the call has to say anything? No. All right, guys. Good night. I'll post this information on Twitter. You can watch it and let's meet tomorrow. Good night.